Have you ever felt like you are giving everything you have, yet moving nowhere? You wake up early. You sacrifice your free time. You pour hours into a single goal. But when you look at the results, your hands are empty. Society tells us that hard work is the only key to success. Grind, they say. Hustle until you drop. But what if I told you that blindly working hard is sometimes the very thing keeping you trapped? What if the secret to breaking through isn't doing more, but doing things differently? Listen closely, because today's story might just change the way you approach your entire life. This is the story of a young man named Jack. Jack was the hardest worker in his school. Every single day, he locked himself in his room, surrounded by mountains of textbooks and scattered notes. He studied for 10, sometimes 12 hours a day. He memorized every line, every definition, every formula. His eyes burned with exhaustion, and his mind felt heavy. He sacrificed his sleep, his friendships, and his peace of mind. But when the exam results came back, the paper always held a disappointing grade. Jack was devastated. He felt like a failure. He believed he just wasn't smart enough, completely unaware that he wasn't lacking intelligence. He was lacking strategy. One rainy afternoon, feeling completely burnt out, Jack walked into the old city library. He sat at a corner table, buried his face in his hands, and finally broke down. Watching him from across the aisle was Mr. Thomas, a retired professor with silver hair and a quiet, observant gaze. Mr. Thomas slowly walked over and sat across from Jack. "You look like a man trying to cut down a forest with a spoon," the old man said gently. Jack looked up, holding back tears. "I'm working as hard as I can," Jack replied. "I'm just not smart enough." Mr. Thomas shook his head with a warm smile. "Imagine two woodcutters," the professor began. "The first swings his axe for 10 hours straight, never stopping to rest. But his axe is completely blunt. He exhausts himself, his hands bleed, yet he barely leaves a mark on the tree. The second woodcutter only works for 6 hours, but he spends 2 of those hours sharpening his axe. He takes breaks. When he strikes with precision and power. He fells the tree with half the effort." The professor leaned in closer. "Jack, you are swinging a blunt axe. You are memorizing without understanding. You are reading without resting. You are giving all your energy to the wrong 20% of the material, ignoring the core concepts that actually matter." That day, Mr. Thomas taught Jack the art of the sharp axe. He introduced him to the 80-20 rule, focusing heavily on the core concepts that yielded the most results, rather than memorizing every meaningless detail. He taught him the power of stepping away, explaining that the brain builds connections in the silence of rest, not in the chaos of exhaustion. The next day, Jack stopped his grueling 10-hour sessions. He studied for just 4 hours. He focused on understanding the why behind the facts, visualizing how everything connected. When he felt tired, he closed the books and went for a walk. At first, he felt guilty for not grinding, but as weeks turned into months, something miraculous happened. His mind felt clear, his memory improved. And when the next exams arrived, Jack didn't just pass. He achieved the highest marks in his class, all while finally having time to breathe. Jack's journey teaches us a profound truth about life. Success is not measured by the amount of sweat on your brow or the hours on the clock. It is measured by the clarity of your intention and the sharpness of your strategy. If you are exhausted, frustrated, and feeling stuck, stop swinging your blunt axe. Step back. Take a breath. Analyze your approach. Remember, it is never about the sheer number of hours you put into your work. It is about the quality, the focus, and the strategy you put into those hours. Work intelligently, protect your energy, and watch how the impossible becomes effortless. If this story brought value to your day and inspired you to sharpen your own axe, please subscribe to the channel for more life-changing lessons. Like this video and let me know in the comments, what is one thing you can do today to study or work smarter? Until next time, stay wise and keep growing.